It's Terry with another Stampin' Hair stamping project. This is the Valentine's made with the owl punch, and it's really cool, and I think you're going to like it. Really simple to put together too. So let's use the owl punch, as I said. It makes the majority of the front of the card. I have a piece of scrap soft suede, and I'm going to punch a body and two of the, well, actually you only need one of these circles of the medium eyes. Do a small heart that's on this punch in a pink pirouette. Let's put it in there. Punch. Red vest. I'm going to use the red glimmer paper to make the vest. The big eyeballs, we're going to do, this color is early espresso. We're going to do these two big eyes down here, two big circles. You can do these small ones here for the center of the eyes. They're really hard to glue. It might just be easier to use a pen. I'm going to punch them out and see if I can glue them in. So scrap very vanilla, and I'm going to do the two medium circles. Work on the hearts. We're going to use the Hearts of Flutter framelits. We're going to the scalloped edge framelit. To use the hearts the heart set framelit. This is a set that comes, they're all graduated, and I've used the second to smallest. What I'll do is take this piece, this is a piece of DSP from Twitter Pated. Run this through your big shot, one heart there, and the scalloped edged heart on cherry cobbler. We'll run these through the big shot. And then we have our hearts. Now the scalloped edge heart I'm also going to emboss with my fancy folds. Put that into the embossing folder and then run that through my big shot. I use a piece of very vanilla, cut it 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to take this little embossing folder. It comes from the Textured Impressions Adorning Accents. You also get this curvy line that matches a framelit cut and this scalloped edged. But we're going to use this little one that has hearts on it. And the hearts do have an up and a down. So I'm going to put it kind of in the bottom third of this embossing folder and run it through my big shot. And there you can see it's embossed. So I'm going to put everything together now and you'll see how wonderful it looks. Let's start with the DSP. I'm just going to put Snail Runner behind that and adhere it to my heart. Glue my vest. I'm going to use the snail on that. Eyes. Again, I'm just using the snail. I'm going to use a glue dot to adhere this pink pirouette heart. Because of the glimmer paper, the heart doesn't always, the glimmer paper doesn't, the snail doesn't work so well with the glimmer paper, so that's why I put a little glue dot. I just, you can see it, I folded the glue dot in half. Anyway, stick that on. A paper piercing tool out. I'm going to try to put some glue on these little tiny pupils and put those onto my the eyes. Piece of scratch paper here. I'm going to put some Tombow multi glue, like a little dot of it. And I'm going to pick some of it up on my paper piercer on the edge and lay it on top of that pupil. And then you can just wipe the tip of your paper piercer. My paper snips, or my scissors, my craft scissors, and cut this soft suede circle in half. And this is going to become the eyelids. Paper piercer and do the same little trick. Maybe just pick up a little extra glue there. Some cherry cobbler ink. I'm going to use that to sponge over the embossing and around the edges of this card front. It really shows up the hearts, brings them out, gives them some depth. And just lightly go over them and then sponge the edges. While I have the ink out, I'm going to stamp the Be Mine. This comes from last year, 2012 celebrations. Outlined occasions down here, it says Be Mine. I think it's perfect for Valentine's. I have a piece of but very vanilla cardstock. It's about a 1/2 inch. It's a scrap, and I'm going to stamp the Be Mine on that. Put a flag, a fishtail end, and if you just cut kind of in the middle on the small edge, and then cut from the corners into where the top of that makes a nice fishtail. This little something something. Cobbler baker's twine. I'm going to wrap around my card front. If you turn the card front over, so you're on the back now, the unsponged side. If you put the thread away from the end, and then wrap it once, twice, then 3 times. And then cut it at the end, so your loose end is away from you. And cut it at the end that's closest to you. Twine to make a knot. Strings if they're too long. You want to slide the baker's twine up until it's kind of in the position you want. I had on the left side. On the left side I left the strings close together, and then on the right I kind of separated them. So I put a little vintage faceted button down here. I use the medium. These come in small, large, and medium. So dig through here if you find medium one in large, medium, and small. We're going to use the medium for this project. I'll put the other two away. I'm going to use a floss threader. I love these things. These little tools are great for threading buttons. So down from the top, and then just turn it around through the other button, and then just tie a bow on top of that button. I tie it off the bolt, but you don't have to. It just works for me. And then cut the thread. Now we're ready to put this card together. I started with a card base, a cherry cobbler, cut it 8.5 by 5.5, and you fold that in half. Take my card front, put some snail on it. I'm going to take my owl, I'm going to pop back of the owl, I'm going to put some dimensionals. It's my owl, so he looks like he's standing on this baker's thread. Embossed heart. I'll place that kind of in the left-hand corner, a little bit at an angle that I have cut. That's also going to get a dimensional. Banner right across the middle of the heart. For the glue dot, for the button, I'm going to use 2 glue dots to pile them on top of one another because I just don't think that one is going to hold it. So I'll put one like right on top of the thread, and then I'm going to put another right on top of that. Really pile up the glue dots, and I'm going to stick that over here on top of on the left-hand side on top of the baker's twine. An owl card for your Valentine or somebody special in your life that you would like to share the holiday with. Really want to go the extra step. You can put a greeting inside. This is from the Wacky Wishes, a hostess set, and these hearts are from the Will You Be Mine set. If you don't have a local demonstrator, I'd love to have you select me for your demonstrator and creative coach. Visit my blog for a link to my Stampin' Up website, www.stampinghare.blogspot.com.